Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you two stories, and then I also have a gift for you at the end of my presentations. And somewhere in the middle I have a short video to you. This is my life in a nutshell. I'm working for a company called Lapset Group, and I will tell you in my first story about Lapset Group and what we do and how we do things a bit differently. My life is in those pictures, I used to say to people who I show this to. I'm married to a wonderful wife who, as Glenn formerly told, she's with me here and acts as my bodyguard in this conference also. But conscious of time, I will move forward. I will first spend a few minutes, not 10 minutes now because of the time, talking about Lapset. We will have a look at the video, and it's a rather unique video from space, actually. And that will be the bridge also to a company and something called Angry Birds. Lapset was founded 42 years ago by this gentleman on the picture here. He's Mr. Antero Ikäheimo, and he's still the biggest shareholder of this company. We are a private company, and that is the big difference between Lapset and many other companies. I used to say to people who come to Lapset for the first time that we do things by heart, not for money. We do it a bit for money also, but mainly for heart. Our DNA is here in northern Finland. These pictures are familiar to the people from Finland. To those of you who come from other countries, this is where we come from. And we have a very close relationship with this fellow. As you saw, he's working with other companies in Lapland also. We used to call ourselves one of the ambassadors for Santa Claus to the world. Lapset has, like many companies, visions and values. And for us, visions and values are very important, but with a different taste than to other companies. We want people to go out and live a healthy life. That's what Lapset is all about. Our products are made for people who want to enjoy a healthy outdoor life. And Lapset as a company represents a healthy life in all respect. We have our own way of doing things. I will come to our products soon, but before going there I want to share a bit of how we do things. One of the stories I want to tell you is this picture. This is our management team some years ago when we decided one day that let's dress up, not the usual way when you go to the office, but in another way. And when we came to the office, we remembered that our bank representatives are coming in to meet us. So we had a bit of a dilemma what to say to them, so we took this photograph and we sent it to the delegates who came in their black suits. And you should have seen their faces when E.T. was opening the door for them. But that's Lapset. What we do is we work worldwide. This is the management team, and our bread and butter is children's playgrounds. That's where this company was originally established for. We have 8 daughter companies, Finland being one of them, and we operate them from Rovaniemi, about 350 kilometers south from here. We produce everything ourselves. The main production facility is in Rovaniemi. We also have a factory in Sweden, and 2 weeks from now the President of Finland will come to Tallinn with us to open our newest factory when we will produce metal playgrounds. Proud to say that we have operations today in actually 42 countries. I counted them 2 days ago, and we are expanding all the time. Our next mission is to go to North America and Latin America, so hopefully also in Brazil we will see some nice Lapset playgrounds in the future. Our company is a small company. We have about 55 million as a target for sales this year. The pink bars represent the domestic sales of the total turnover. But we work with very traditional customers, and typically in our industry you have to first sell to the people who design, that's architects for example, and after that you can then sell to the people who pay. Children's playgrounds is the bread and butter on the top left-hand corner, but we have today also have other products. We have outdoor fitness products, which means that as a teenager or adult you can go outside and you can have a gym exercise outside in the fresh outdoor air. The bars below you see are something that we tend to say are for people of all ages. Interactive play is one of the key elements there, and it means we have combined modern digital technology with traditional playgrounds. And that's also how my bridge to Angry Birds actually came to. I will come back to that in a while. Over the years we have been fairly successful, not only financially, but also we have scored a lot of points from all areas where we are active. 2010, our parkour products for parks were chosen Sport Products of the Year here in Finland. And we were competing with companies like Nike and Adidas and Microsoft there. Microsoft Kinetic being one of the candidates. A cavalcade of pictures. This is what everything was originally all about. Then we developed that into further concepts. Now we have people in Rovaniemi who design these in 3D drawings, and we can make all sorts of themes depending on where they come to. This is from Portugal, from a zoo. This is from Spain, and this is from Holland. This was chosen the playground of the year some 4 years ago. It's in Spain, near Barcelona. This is on the same area as the previous ship. First we made everything of wood, and we use Lappish wood there because the density of the wood is different here. We give the design to the products here in Finland, and we produce them here. Then in areas where, let's say, there are a lot of vandalism, we had to do something differently, because we actually saw wooden playgrounds being burned in 24 hours after installations. So that's why we established a metal range of products, and these were also awarded a design award in 2005. This is just a part of the product family. Out of those products we also created something for teenagers, and out of that product range came the parkour products I referred to earlier. For those of you who have not seen and heard about parkour, if you saw the latest James Bond movie, there was a parkour set up in the beginning of that film. Multi-arenas for football, traditional wooden design, and then something unique which we call senior sport. And this means, let's say, exercise, not so hard exercise that you get sweaty, but exercise for older people while you practice your muscles that you need for everyday life. This is a big thing in Southern Europe particularly. In Spain only we sold 140 parks last year close to Barcelona in one location only. And the way we do this is that it's not only a physical product that we deliver, it's also a matter of having a person who trains people around the neighborhood to use these. And it's very popular also now in Scandinavia. Electronic playgrounds is something where we also combine a learning environment with an electronic playground. This is a product called Smartus, where people, or actually pupils in school, can have, for example, math lessons out in the open air. And there's a computer screen that the people are looking at there, and each player has a dedicated RS card that they use then to play the game. And the teacher can actually make games for this environment. A dance game called Sona features a camera in the top of this arch, and the camera observes then people who dance or play in those squares that you see beneath the arch. Park and street furniture, very important for us, and here's another example of the Scandinavian design that we use. A lot of fresh colors, I would say, in the modern world. Okay. Before the film, you have been asked to ask us questions, but I have a question for you. Who has played Angry Birds? Hands up. Okay, quite many of you. Let's have a look at the film now, and while we fire it up, just to let you know that This film is actually real-life footage from space, and it puts you on the map a bit of how popular Angry Birds as a phenomenon is today.